Welcome to Dental Unscripted. Where Mike Dinzio and Paula Quinn break down the practice ownership journey, one episode at a time. Starting up, buying, and running a successful dental practice.
What up, guys? Another episode of Dental Unscripted. I'm Mike Dinzio. We also got a few other folks in the house today. So Paula, of course, the newest co-host to the program. What's up, Paula?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, so here we go. So today is all about, so before we introduce Stephanie and what she does to the team, today is all about accounts receivables, front office, common pitfalls. We're going to get into all kinds of stuff, but little housekeeping, folks. If you're watching this on Startup Unscripted or Dental Acquisition Unscripted, please get over to Dental Unscripted. We've merged the two in, and it's one program. So just trying to get you guys to jump over so that we can not manage three programs but one. So please do that. But without further ado, let's get Paula. Paula, can you please introduce our special guest and one of our favorites at Next Level? Who else is on the program today?
Well, when I don't know if she loves my intros, but I'll intro her.
Oh no,
my intro with her is about the same as it is with mine. I always just say, Stephanie's everything front office. She leads our credentialing team, our remote billing team. She's a front office coach with over 15 years experience, guru in all dental softwares pretty much. I mean, the cloud's up and coming. So, she's getting used to those and learning those day by day. But overall, pretty much anything we need an expert regarding the front office, it's who we call in. So it's funny, anything you want to add to your experience? I know it's much more than that, but
No, I think you got it all in one quick swipe.
Paula and I, when we started a company, we realized that we thought we knew front office, and we definitely did not know front office. So Stephanie's filled that huge hole within the organization. So anybody that needs front office help or anything, Stephanie's going to be the lady to handle that. But
it's no secret that I owned a dental practice, and I'm a hygienist, so I don't know a lot about the front. Well, to this day, I play one on TV, and I was forced to do a lot up front, and a couple times, I went through a couple front offices because I bought in COVID. Tough time for a lot of people. Everyone can relate to that who owned during COVID. And I noticed I had a big glass window, and I could sit there and stare at my front office person when I had time in between patients or whatever. And I would see them with the EOBs and I'd pop open the schedule and I'm like, that's weird because we got a hole this afternoon. Tomorrow's pretty much empty. Like, isn't there more important things to be doing? And so I looked to, outsource that. And I had like a gal I knew and then another. And so I went through a couple of those, and then I switched to this company that Stephanie worked at, went through a few in there. And, Stephanie always jokes I was pretty mean to her at first, but I was pretty jaded by the activity that happened with my accounts receivable. It was already a train wreck when I purchased. Anyone who's purchased an acquisition will also understand that. And when she came along, after she put up with me for a while, we developed a great relationship, I think. And she really, it was spotless. Those AR buckets, which we'll talk about here in a minute, were spot on. And I never really actually gave that another thought after that, besides my front office collecting over the counter. And so when I was leaving on my way out, when I sold my practice, she could probably tell the story better than you, but I'm essentially like poking at her, asking her questions. And then finally it was like, hey, you want to check us out and come with us. And that was the end of the story.
I don't know if it was this episode how to steal employees from other companies, or because I know
Both
I
of
didn't
you are
steal it
top
from
of the
another
list.
it wasn't from another dental practice for all you dentists watching.
they're like, wait, this is their whole game plan is be coaches and steal their best employees. That's
Yeah,
funny.
no. Really, the purpose of that story was just to say, not all billers are created equal, and we'll get into, why the front office probably shouldn't be doing it. I mean, there's more than one reason, unless, I don't know. There are some exceptions to everything. So
Yeah,
we'll,
let's get
yeah,
into it. So, I think we're going to cover a lot of topics today. In my mind, like I'm thinking about a dentist that or a practice owner that maybe you're an associate. I've actually been talking to some associates lately that have been really disappointed because they get paid on collections. So any associate out there that is like, gosh, they don't collect anything up front. I don't get paid on that, right? So even associates, doesn't have to be practice owners, could potentially keep their ears open on this episode. But I'm just thinking, like, how would a practice owner really identify if their ARs are a problem, right? Because I feel like they kind of are in the back doing what they do. Maybe they're wondering why their ARs are so big, and write-offs happen. And
yeah, I was going to say adjusted production would be just as bad, because if we'll get into treatment plans and all that, but either way, if you're an associate and the ARs are a mess, it doesn't matter how you get paid, it's going to suck.
So how would a dentist really or practice anybody that's interested, how would you really even attack to identify, like, if your ARs are out of control?
Yeah, I would start with identify. Like, how do you even know, Stefani? Like, if
Well, I think the number one would be you feel it, right? You're stretching, you're almost not making payroll, right? You're foregoing on getting updated equipment because the money's just not there. So number one, it's just feeling it. But I think if you sit back before you start feeling the pain, just to get a pulse, right? Where am I at? Am I on the, that fine line between, I'm great until I'm not great? I think you have to see what's out there and who has the liability. Is it my patients? Is it is it the insurance company? Because if we're collecting at the time of service, we got our estimates pretty accurate. Really, the liability then should fall on the insurance company. And so we really tell our offices it's around that 30-day mark, right? Insurance companies have to adhere to certain standards of processing claims within 30 days. So anything after 30 days should start having some question marks, right? Why am I not getting paid? What's going on with this claim? So we tell our providers, what's that number look like? How many claims are in these buckets? Because ideally no more than 30% should be over 30 days aging.
30%, no more than 30%.
That's an
of
average
your
office
claims.
30% of outstanding claims should.
So in the can you break it down even more? Is there the third, the over 30, the over 60, and the over 90?
Because you're talking about claims, right? So
yeah, well, I think sometimes when it goes to 90s, it goes to die, right? Like it.
Hey guys, Mike Dencio here with Dental Unscripted. Just reminding you guys that, hey, the full episode is over at Dental Unscripted. You might be listening and actively listening to our other channels, but I want to make sure you get over to our new channel that we're condensing and consolidating everything into. It's called Dental Unscripted. You can catch that on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, whatever you're into. But I don't want you to miss any future releases. It's super important that you subscribe. So check that out right now. The entire vision of Dental Unscripted is to bring you guys practice management tips, along with what we've been putting out with startup and acquisition tips. We're now getting a lot of you guys that own practices, and there's a lot to tell you guys about as it relates to owning and running and managing your first time owning a practice. So again, thank you so much for being a part of the program. I've been doing this, since COVID, almost 5 years now, and we love it. It's a passion of ours. We feel like it's a way for us to give back. And anyways, I would hate for you guys to miss out on any future episodes. So if you're into this episode and don't want to miss any others, jump over to Dental Unscripted, and we'll see you over there. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.